session 1, right? So we'll start the class. Case number 1. Please write down key point number 1. Key point number 1. Some important concepts which we discussed, we'll go one by one. Key point 1. Please close the door, Praveen. Key point 1. What is this key point 1? We will discuss. Please write down. If n is a non-perfect square, if n is a non-perfect square, for example, n is 24, root of 24 is 4 point something, 4 point something. What are the factors of 24? Factors of 24 is 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, 4 is a factor, 6 is a factor, 8 is a factor, 12 is a factor, 24 is a factor. Root 24 is 4 point something. So the 4 point something lies between 4 and 6. This is nothing but the root and value. Now if you observe, 24 is 2 cube into 3 power 1. Totally how many factors are there for this number? Factors of 24 is 4 into 2. 4 into 2 is 8. There are 4 factors less than root n. There are 4 factors less than root n. If there are 4 factors less than root n, there are also 4 factors greater than root n. There are 4 factors greater than root n. Totally how many factors are there? 8 factors are there. That means here there are 4 factors. Here there are 4 factors, Praveen. Here there are 4 factors and here there are 4 factors, and the total number of factors are 8. Extremely important conclusion. If the number is a non-perfect square, if the number is a non-perfect square, if there are x factors less than root n, there will be x factors greater than root n, and the number of factors will be x plus x is 2x. First we will write down that point. I hope this example is clear. Suppose if I take, Praveen, root of 24 is 4 point something. 4 point something lies between 4 and 6. If I write down the factors, so there are 4 factors less than root n. There are 4 factors greater than root n. If 4 is less than root n, the same number of factors will be to the greater than root n. 4 left, 4 right. So the number of factors will be 4 plus 5, 4, 8. Rambabu? 4 plus 4 is 8. This is first example. Let us see whether it is right for another perfect square also. I took it for 24. Let me take some other example. Next, n is 48. Let us take another example. N is 48. N is 48. Root of 48. It is nothing but 4 root 3, which is closer to 6.8 something. 6.8 something. What are the factors of 48? What are the factors of 48? What are the factors of 48? Listen carefully, sir. First 1 hour, the class will be of very high level content. Factors of 48 is 2 power 4 into 3 power 1. So total number of factors will be 5 into 2, 10. 5 into 2, 10. Factors of 48. 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, 6 is a factor, 8 is a factor, 48 is a factor, 24 is a factor, 16 is a factor, 12 is a factor. 12 is a factor. So totally how much we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, right? 8. 9 is not a factor, 12 is a factor, 16 is a factor. 3, 6 plus 4, 10. 4 root 3, 6.8. It lies between these two values. It lies between these two values. if it lies between these two values, there are 5 less than root 10 and there are 5 greater than root 10. 5. What is 5 plus 5? 10. Please write down that point. I hope it is clear. Even with the 2 examples also, same conclusion we got. Please write down in your notes in the way that you have understood it. Take a number n. Take a number. Okay, I will only write it. I hope this example is clear. Take a number n. Let the total number of factors. Let the total number of factors. Let the total number of factors is x. Find root 10. There are x by 2 factors. There are x by 2 factors less than root 10. And there are x by 2 factors greater than root 10 and less than n. Please write down. Between 1 to n. This is from 1 to root 10 and it is from root 10 to n. So total number of factors is x. Total number of factors is x. I hope it is clear. Please reply in the live chat if it is clear to you. Some of them are very conceptual questions. Some of them are very conceptual questions. Is this idea clear? Is this idea clear? If n is there, if the total number of factors is x, do Rambabu, find root 10. From 1 to root 10, there are x by 2 factors. X by 2 factors. ఎందుకు మాట్లాడుతున్నాడు? These x by 2 factors and there are x by 2 factors here. X by 2 factors. Just 1 minute, sir. Rambabi pen చూడు. Right? These x by 2 factors. X by 2 factors greater than root 10 and less than n. Total number of factors will be s. Right? I hope this concept is clear. Take an example. Take an example. If 1 to n, if there are x by 2 factors, root 10 to n, also there will be x by 2 factors. Equal number of factors will be distributed. Equal number of factors. Equal number of factors will be distributed. Question. From 1 to n, there are 20 factors. 20 factors. 1 to root 10. And n is a non-perfect square. And n is a, just 1 minute, sir. N is a non-perfect square. Please write down. N is a non-perfect square. So find the number of factors for n. So from 1 to root 10 and root 10 to n, or you take the question as less than root 10. Less than root 10. Here there are 20 factors. Here there are 20 factors. Here there are 20. 20 plus 20 is 40. 20 plus 20 is 40. I hope the idea is clear. I hope the idea is clear. Just give me 1 minute, sir. Rambabu. పాడట్లేదు సార్ ఇక్కడ. ఎందుకు మాట్లాడుతున్నాడు అతను? Less than root 10, 20. From root 10 to n it is 20. 20 plus 20 is 40. I hope it is clear. So if the number is a non-perfect square, less than root 10 if 20 are there, greater than root 10 there will be 20. n is a non-perfect square, so root 10 cannot be a factor. Case 2. Case 2. Case 2. I hope Praveen ready? Praveen? Second case, please write down, sir. Second case. What if n is a perfect square? Just cooperate for another 1 minute, sir. Second case. What if n is a perfect square? Please write down. I think even my laptop is saying give me break. If n is a perfect square, what if n is a perfect square? Try to derive on the same lines. What if n is a perfect square? What if n is a perfect square? Yes. What if n is a perfect square? Please take this example. What if n is a perfect square? N is 36. Root 36 is 6. Root 36 is a 6. Definitely root n is a factor of 6. What are these 1? This is root n and it is n. Let us write down the factors of 36. If I write the factors of 36, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 36, 18, 12 and 9. Now if you observe carefully, root n is a factor. Root n is a factor. There are 4 factors less than root n. There are 4 factors less than root n. There are 4 factors greater than root n. There are 4 factors greater than root n. 36 is 2 square into 3 square. Total how many factors we got? Total number of factors is nothing but 3 into 3, 9. That means 4 less than root n, 4 greater than root n. If the number is a non-perfect square, we will add both. But here we will add this and plus the root n factor. I hope it is clear. So if there are x factors less than root n, x factors greater than root n, in a perfect square, x less, x greater, middle value 1. So answer will be 2x plus 1. I hope it is clear. Answer will be 2x plus 1. That is the difference between n is a perfect square and n is a non-perfect square. In a perfect square, it will always have odd number of factors. So it cannot be x plus x 2x logically. Odd number, answer should be an odd number. So answer odd number is nothing but 2n plus 1. N less than, n greater than, middle value 1. 2n plus 1. Please write down. Please write down. If n is a natural number, if n is a natural number, 2 cases. N is a perfect square. N is a perfect square. Less than root n, x factors. The same x number of factors will be greater than root n, x factors. Root n will be a factor, 1 factor. So total it will be 2x plus 1. A perfect square always has odd number of factors. If n is a non-perfect square, if n is a non-perfect square less than root n, x factors greater than root n, x factors. Root n is not a factor. So total it will be 2x. It's very easy. You don't need this conclusion. A perfect square has odd number of factors. Odd number means 2n plus 1. Non-perfect square will have even number of factors. Even number means answer will be 2x. The only idea is how the 2x is distributed. Less than root n. Less than root n, x. Greater than root n, x. Greater than root n, x. I hope it is clear. Now please write down. Please write down a question. I hope the idea is clear. Now write down a question. N square has 7 factors less than n. N square has 7 factors less than n. Find the factors for n cube, where n is a natural number. Where n is a natural number. N square has 7 factors less than n. These 1, these n, these n square. So here it is 7 factors. N square has 7 factors. Instead of previous case it is n and root n, now it is n and n square. So here it is 7 factors. Both will be same. N is a factor of n square, so it is 1. So the number will have 15 factors. Number will have 15 factors. 15 is 1 into 15 and 3 into 5. Already we discussed in the previous class. 15 means P1 power 14. N cube is nothing but P1 power 42. P1 power 42 means n cube will have 43 factors. 3 means power should be 2. P3 means power should be 2. It is P2 power 4. Power 3, which is nothing but P1 power 6 into P2 power 12. P2 power 12. So the number of factors will be 7 into 13. 7 into 13 is 91. I hope this question is clear to you, right? Kindly reply in the live chat if it is clear to you. N square has 7 factors less than n. So this is 7. This is also will be the 7. N will be a factor of n square. 2 is a factor of 4. 4 is a factor of 16. 7 plus 7 plus 1. So n will be having 15 factors. N will be having 15 factors. N will be having 15 factors. 15 is 1 into 15 and 3 into 5. 1 into 15, power will be 14. N cube will be P1 power 42. 42 is nothing but total number of factors 43. 3 and 4. P1 power 2 into P2 power 4, power 3, 6 into P2 power 12. So answer is 7 into 13, 91. All are logical questions, sir. Logical questions. Case 1, when n is a non-perfect square. Case 2, when n is a perfect square. Next, case 3. Case 3 or key point 3. Please write down, sir. Key point 3. Key point 3. What is key point 3? Suppose if I take 12. What are the factors of 12? Factors of 12 is 1 is a factor of 12. 2 is a factor of 12. 3 is a factor of 12. 4 is a factor of 12. 6 is a factor of 12. 12 is a factor of 12. Now if you see, this is the first factor. This is the first factor, this is the second one. Ananya, I will look into, right? I think previous question, now 1 minute. Yes. Okay, 1 minute, I'll come back to your doubt, Srikanth and Ananya. Just hold on, I have understood your doubt. F2, this is 3. F3, it is 3. F4, total 6 factors, Fy and F6. I have understood your doubt, I'll come back to it. These, right? So 12 square is nothing but 2 square into 3 power 1. Am I right? First factor into last factor, it is nothing but 12. Second factor into fifth factor, it is nothing but 12. Third factor and the fourth factor, it is nothing but 12. Now if you see, if the first factor and the last factor is giving you 12, second and second last is giving you 12, can I say, if fx into fy equivalent to the number itself, fx into fy is the number itself, total number of factors will be, x plus y minus 1. X plus y minus 1. Please make a note of it. fx into Praveen Ijudu. Fx into Fy is n, then the number of factors will be x plus y minus 1. 12 is 1 into 12. First factor and the sixth factor, 1 plus 6 minus 1, 7 minus 1 is 6. Total it will have 6 factors. Second into fifth, 12. Again it will have 6 factors. 3 into 4. Again it will have 6 factors. Please make a note of it. If fx into Fy is n, number of factors will be x plus y minus n. X plus y minus n. X plus y minus n. Please write down the question. Write down a question. I hope this concept is clear. F1 into F6 is 12. Number of factors for 12 will be 6. Now, question. Then I will come to the question. F12 into F23 equivalent to K. K is the natural number. K is the natural number. How many number of factors? How many factors K will have? Answer is nothing but 12 plus 23 minus 1. Answer is 34. Answer is 34. Another question. Another question. If K is 360, it is nothing but F2 into F22, 23 equivalent to 360. Find F2. Find F2. F2 into F23. What is Fk? Fk is nothing but the factor of K. Fk is nothing but the factor of K. So F2 into 23. So 360 is 2 cube into 3 square into 5 power 1. Total 4 into 3 into 2. Total it will have 24 factors, which is 2 plus 23 minus 1. So F23, F2 is nothing but 360 by F23. 23 is 180. 360 by 180 is 2. 360 by 180 is 2. 360 by 180 is 2. Now, before question, let me see if I have done any mistake. I will resolve that question. Right? Now, I hope it is clear, right? Now, what is the next question? What is the previous question? N square has 7 factors. N square has 7 factors less than n. Find n cube. I think I took for the number of factors for n, and Srikanth and Ananya, they are right. So these nothing but 1. These n, and it is n square. So this will be 7 factors, and this will be 7 factors. 7 plus 7 plus 1. N square. N square has 15 factors. I took n there. Please correct it, sir. I took n. Thank you for pointing out the mistake. N square has 15 factors. 15 factors means it is 1 into 15 or 3 into 5. If it is 15, this will be P1 power 14. If n square is P1 power 14, n will have P1 power 7. I want n cube. It is P1 power 21. Answer will be 22 factors for the first one. I made a mistake here, as students pointed out. It is not n, it is n square. Thank you for pointing out. 3 into 5, P1 square into P2 power 4. So n will be P1 into P2 square. So n cube will be P1 cube into P2 power 6. 4 7s are 28. I hope right now it is clear to you. Right now it is clear to you. In the previous I took n instead of n square. Actually it should be n square. Actually it should be n square. N square has 15 factors. So 15 means power 14. N square is P1 power 14. N will be P1 power 7. N cube will be P1 power 21. 21 plus 1 is 22. 3 into 5. P1 power 2 into P2 power 4. N is P1 into P2 square. N cube is P1 power 3 into P2 power 6. Right? I hope the idea is clear. Aishwarya says it is P power. Why it is P power 116? It is P power 14 only. I think Aishwarya, you have missed some classes in between. Right? I hope it is clear. Kindly reply in the live chat if it is clear to you, so that I can go to key point 4. Key point 4. Extremely important key points. Please reply in the live chat if this is clear to you. If there are any calculation mistakes, please take care of it. Conceptually, I can never go wrong. Calculation, at times I might go wrong. I might do it in a hurry. 2 plus 3 as 23. Please correct it. Right? I am not good in calculations. I am good in concepts. I hope everything is clear. Everybody kindly reply in the live chat if it is clear to you. Everybody kindly reply. Wonderful concept. Key point number 4, sir. Key point number 4. Next 10 to 15 minutes, you have to listen very, very carefully, sir. Key point number 4. Please write down. Key point number 4. Sum of two coprimes. Sum of two coprimes. Sum of two coprimes. First write down. Sum of two coprimes. Question. In how many ways? In how many ways can 120 be written? Can 120 be written as a sum of two coprimes? As a sum of two coprimes. Very, 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 very. Right? Sum of two coprimes. Right? Aishwarya, I hope you have understood the concept. I will look into it little later. This is an important concept. Mahesh, right? We will discuss if time permits at the end. In how many ways can 120 be written as a sum of two coprimes? Concept. 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 X plus y equivalent to 120. HCF of x comma y equivalent to 1. How many values x comma y will take? How many values x comma y will take? What is the difference between these questions? These variables are present in this question. This is an ordered pair. If variables are not present in this question, it is an unordered pair. Listen carefully to this concept. If possible, I will solve this question at the end. Move on, right? X plus y equivalent to 120. HCF of x comma y is 1. How many values x comma y will take? If variables are present in the question, it is an ordered pair. If the variables are not present in the question, it is an unordered pair. Now, please write down concept. Right? I did not discuss the concept before saying 120. Let us solve. Concept. Number of numbers that are less than or equivalent to n and coprime to n is given by totient function of n. What is this totient function? Totient function of n. Totient function of n or tau function of n. Tau of n. Number of numbers less than or equivalent to n and coprime to n is given by tau of n. Tau is a Greek letter or the totient function of n. What is this totient function? N is, we have discussed it in Euler theorem. I will discuss in detail. P2 power b, P3 power c. Totient function of n is given by n into 1 minus 1 by P1, 1 minus 1 by P2, 1 minus 1 by P3. First write down this I will give you a proof for this with complete clarity of thought. Please write down. Number of numbers less than or equivalent to n and coprime to n is given by quotient function of n. Quotient function of n is, write the number as a power of prime numbers. Right? P1 power A, P2 power B, P3 power C. Quotient of n is n into 1 minus 1 by P1, 1 minus 1 by P2, 1 minus 1 by P3. Right? For Cherry, Vishwanath and everybody, please move on in the problem. I will discuss once again. If I think that I have done a calculation mistake and you have said it, I will repeat the question again. Again I am repeating. Listen to my class only for concepts. Calculation mistake, please take care. Right? Please take care. Otherwise, almost every year I would have got 100 percentile in CAT examination. Every time I will do 2 to 3 mistakes. They are not conceptual mistakes. They are calculation based mistakes. Quotient of n is n into 1 minus 1 by P1, 1 minus 1 by P2, 1 minus 1 by P3. What is these P1, P2, P3? They are all prime numbers. These looks very mathematical. I will put logical in the next slide. I will put logical in the next slide. Right? Now if you see here, n into 1 minus 1 by P1, 1 minus 1 by P2, 1 minus 1 by P3. Drop your pens. Just look at the screen, sir. Drop your pens. Just look at the screen. These are very mathematical. I'll put logical. I'll put a very logical things. Logical explanation. Logic. HCF of A comma 12 equivalent to 1. A less than or equivalent to 12. A is a natural number. A is a natural number. A is a natural number. How many values A will take? How many values A will take? HCF of, next 5-10 minutes, please listen. Praveen, HCF of A comma 12 equivalent to 1. A is less than or equivalent to 12. A is a natural number. How many values it will take? Now, this is nothing but HCF of A comma 2 square into 3 power 1 equivalent to 1. A less than or equivalent to 12. Am I right? If two numbers HCF is 1, if two numbers HCF is 1, two numbers HCF is 1, that means two numbers are co-prime to each other. Co-prime to each other means A cannot be divisible by 2 and A cannot be divisible by 3. A cannot be divisible by 2 and A cannot be divisible by 3. That means this can be boiled down to how many natural numbers? How many natural numbers less than or equivalent to 12, less than or equivalent to 12 are not divisible by 2 and 3. Am I right? Are not divisible by 2 and 3. Are not divisible by 2 and 3. I hope the question is clear. HCF of A comma 12 equivalent to 1. A comma 2 square into 3 power 1 is 1. A should not be divisible by 2. A should not be divisible by 3. How many natural numbers less than or equivalent to 12 are not divisible by 2 and 3? This statement has been translated into this statement, are not divisible by 12 and 3. Now listen carefully. Don't write it, sir. Don't write it. HCF of, till you understand, don't write it. HCF of A comma 2 square into 3 power 1, 1. Method 1. This circle represents numbers which are divisible by 2. This circle represents numbers which are divisible by 3. This entire universal set represents the total number of numbers on which we are functioning. This is numbers which are not divisible by 2 and 3. not divisible by 2 and 3. That is what we require. Method 1. How many numbers are divisible by 2? 2 for 12, 6 numbers. How many numbers are divisible by 3 for 12? 4 numbers. How many are divisible by 2 and 3? 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12. Out of 4, 2 are divisible. Here 2. Out of 6, 2 are divisible. Here 4. 4 plus 4, 8. I hope it is clear, right? So, total out of these 6. Total out of these 6. This will be, are you all with me, sir? So, 4 plus 2 plus 2. 6 plus 2, 8. Answer is 4. First question answer is 4. This is by using Venn diagram approach. This one by using Venn diagram approach. Again I am explaining. How many numbers are not divisible by 2 and 3? Numbers which are divisible by 2 is 6. Numbers which are divisible by 3 is 4. How many numbers are divisible by 2 and 3? This is divisible by 6, which is 2. 2 outside 2. 2 outside 4. 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 2, 8. It is 4. Method 2. Now see here. HCF of, beautiful concept, sir. A comma 2 square into 3 power 1 is 12. A comma 2 square into 3 power 1 is 12. What is this? I will explain. A cannot be divisible by 2. A cannot be divisible by 2. How many even numbers will divide 12? 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, 2 fives are 10, 2 sixes are 12. Total there are 6 multiples of 2. Am I right? 6 multiples of 2. 2 ones are, 2 twos are, 2 threes are, and everything. Clear, right? In that 6 multiples. So total there are 1 comma, or I will write like this. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9 comma 10 comma 11 comma 12. In this total 12 numbers, how many are not divisible by 2? Can I say in a set of every 2 consecutive numbers, in a set of every 2 consecutive numbers, one number is divisible by 2. How many are not divisible by 2? 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2. How many numbers are divisible by 3? One number is divisible by 3. How many are not divisible? So answer is 12 into 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. Answer is 4. I want everybody, right? Everybody. For which number HCF is 1? For which number HCF is 1? Oh, this one. These HCF is 1. Okay. Now see here. Method 2, I want you to concentrate very carefully. Listen to my explanation. HCF of A comma 12. It is 1. A is not divisible by 2. A is not divisible by 2. Out of total numbers, you take any 2 consecutive numbers. For every 2 consecutive numbers, one number is divisible by 2. How many are not divisible? 1 minus 1 by 2. For every 3 consecutive numbers, take 3 consecutive numbers, 3, 4, 5. 3 is divisible by 3. How many are not divisible? 4 and 5, which is 2 by 3. 6 comma 7 comma 8. In these 3 numbers, 6 is divisible by 3. How many are not divisible by 3? 2 out of 3. 10, 11, 12. 12 is divisible by 3. How many are not divisible by 3? 10 and 11. Out of every 2 consecutive numbers, one number is divisible by 2. How many are not divisible? 1 minus 1 by 2. Out of 3 consecutive numbers, how many are divisible by 3? 1. Not divisible by 3 is 1 minus 1 by 3. 12 into half, 6. 6 into 2 by 3. 12 into 6. 12 into 1 by 2 into 2 by 3, answer is 4. Two more examples. Then only sum of two coprimes, you will understand it clearly. HCF of A comma 360 equivalent to 1. A less than or equivalent to 360. How many values A can take? How many values A can take? It is nothing but HCF of 2 cube into 3 square into 5 power 1 is 1. For every 360 consecutive natural numbers, see here, for every two consecutive numbers, one number is divisible. Remaining is not divisible by 2, 1 minus 1 by 2. Out of 3 consecutive numbers, one number is divisible. How many are not? 1 minus 1 by 3. Out of 5 consecutive, one number is divisible. How many are not? 1 minus 1 by 5. Why we are taking negation? A should not be divisible by 2. A should not be divisible by 3. A should not be divisible by 5. So this is nothing but 360 into 1 by 2 into 2 by 3 into 4 by 5. 6 5s are 30, 30 12s are 12 8s are 96. This is nothing but the quotient of 360. This is nothing but the quotient of 360. What do you mean by 96 here? There are 96 natural numbers which are less than or equivalent to 360 but are not divisible by 2, 3 and 5. That are not divisible by 2, 3 and 5. I hope the idea is clear. There are 96 natural numbers which are less than or equivalent to 360 which are not divisible by 2, 3 and 5. One more example. We will take a lot of examples. Sum of coprimes is completely dependent on this concept.